And then I'd go upstairs and it would be full bloodshed, right? They would charge for the toilet, but not the bloodshed. That's where taxes came from, right? The bloodshed, the more blood, the better. And it wasn't like this. It was like this, jugular. And they yelled, jugular, jugular. It was sand so they could sweep up the blood. That to me is politics. And the taxes is, it's a sport. It's just being fed a sport. I don't really want to see it, you know? There's some certain things that are said on this side that make me want to throw up. Some things on that side that make me want to smash a window. But people in general are very similar. There's rednecks in Japan. Everybody has similarities, man. And one of the things I like to do, and one of the things you'd even see at like a convention, the similarities. And I think one of the things Walking Dead did was it gave something for both sides, like you're saying, to root for.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a lot of things in this country I don't like.
Yeah.
But I will say, being in France for the last 3 months.
Yeah, what has that been? What has that been like?
I have not seen Fox versus CNN all day on television.
Right.
And I don't miss it. You know what I mean?
And you feel like there's like less palpable tension on the streets?
Yeah. Dude, yeah. It's, I feel like they're poking the bee's nest on both sides for their own thing. I don't like what's going on with all the homelessness. There's a ton of stuff I don't like. I kind of wish there would be a new group.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a new group.
Yeah.
The cancel culture thing is this tornado starts and it turns into this bigger tornado, and there's all these people that don't really know what they're talking about or know that person, and they're doing this, kill him, off with his head, jugular. I saw the thing that you did with Shia, right? And I went, doing the Instagram, which I try not to look at ever. I'm over it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah.
And I go, it's John's thing. And all of a sudden I was like, yeah. And I'm like, I didn't even listen I just said John, right?
It's my friend.
It's my friend. Good, he's doing a thing,
Yeah.
And I was like, what? All these people are yelling at me, and I'm like, wait a second,
But that
So
then
why are you yelling
becomes
at
this
me?
thing. Yeah, I mean, but that becomes to say, like I told you, man, I was telling you earlier, like with that Shia thing, I really got like my first dose of some really like extreme, anger, and it did, man, like it like I heard it, man, I felt it, like it, and if that interview, awakened feelings in people or did something to like people who have been victims before, like I hate that, and like I like would never want to do anything that would like,
Same.
cause pain to any, like, and I
Same.
know that it's like,
Yeah.
man, and like I think me and you like go into this whole thing being like so grateful, understand how lucky we are, and like how righteous this can be, and this was different because he's genuinely a friend of mine, and like to me, like the antithesis of being a friend is to run away. Like if they up, you need to hold them accountable. Like you need to deal with it. Like you need to make sure they're on a path. You don't ignore them. You don't walk away. And and I wish there was more energy out there, the way that people would do in person, rather than being separated from a computer screen. I think in real life that's what we do. And I just think there's like not enough of that. You know what I mean?
There's really something about being behind a computer screen that there's a bullying thing that is way out of control. I'm not into bullying,
For as much of like the stuff that like I got back that like what was like really like painful to read or whatever, like there's also a lot of people reach out being like, man, I was shy, and like that really did a lot, or like, hey, that's made me rethink things. And I think like you gotta read and you gotta process it all. And that part is super complicated.
Yeah.
It's super complicated. I know like tennis came in there at some point. Like where did that go, and like how did that go into modeling?
Well, the modeling thing, I did a Prada campaign. So that happened because I got look at me, I don't look like a model, but you look like a model. But how that happens, I did a movie called 6 Ways to Sunday, and Ellen von Unworth, Annie Leibovitz, that photographer. She came to set and took photos of us. She knew the director, and then she had dinner with Miuccia Prada. And at that time, there's a series of actors like Joaquin did it, Tim Roth did it, John Malkovich did it, Willem Dafoe did it, and Mucha said, "Oh, I'm looking for another actor to do this thing." She goes, "Oh, I shot this kid today," and then my manager at the time said, "It's between you and Nicolas Cage to do a Prada campaign," and I was like, "Well, what's Prada?"
But you were like just starting out.
Yeah, I'd done like 2 movies. This was
Like,
called
how does
Six
that-
Weeks Sunday.
Yeah.
It was just coincidence.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Well, if you do it, it's between you and Nicolas Cage. If you do it, they'll give you Prada and they'll send you to Paris to shoot it."